Hi, this is Leo for Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center to check the schedule and stop by the tip jar to make contributions. We'll start out today sitting in whatever way is comfortable for you. You don't have to sit exactly like this. This is how I prefer to sit today. If you like to, close your eyes and observe your breath. And as we find some stillness and comfort, just inviting the breath to slow down and get deeper here. Taking in the movements of your breathing and the way that those movements feel in your body. Taking in your surroundings in whatever ways they're touching upon your senses. As you do that, I need a slight pause for technical reasons. So I'm going off video on purpose for less than a minute. And I'm back. Now turning inward, scan your whole body and take in whatever sensations you detect. Just observing everything you can that's going on with your body right now. Especially noting anything that's feeling out of sorts so that you can keep it in mind during practice, knowing, as always, that you can skip or modify any part of what we'll be doing today. Let's take 3 deep clearing breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth with a sigh. Let your eyes open up if they're closed. And let's start from the bottom today. Let's start with the feet and then the legs and work our way up, feet and hips and then up. So lift a leg, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to grab the toes. If you can, interlace your fingers between your toes. And if that doesn't work for you, you can just sort of wrap your hands over the tops of your toes. It's chilly for the Palm Springs folks. And I know one of our friends sometimes practices in socks. He's not here today, but maybe he's not the only one. Let your foot and your leg be passive and use your arms, use your hands to roll your foot around in circles, exploring opening up the ankle. Essentially just seeing how much room there is to move, but in the process, maybe increasing it a little bit, not forcing anything, just by the movement, the range might increase. And let's change direction. And release your toes. Support the weight of your whole leg in your arms or hands. This grip works for me, but whatever grip works for you. Just let your leg be passive. Feel your femur in your hip socket. And rock your leg in sort of circular. I can't talk. Circle. My brain was having trouble deciding between circles and circular motion. But move it around. So many different ways to say it. Change direction. So this is the biggest joint that we have, the hip. And the hips are a region where we store tension, as we do in the neck and shoulders, which is the one we're generally more conscious of. Maybe it's only during asana practice that we think about the tension in the hips. Let that leg down and pick up the other one. Grab the toes and move your foot in circle. I've resumed sessions with someone here in Cozumel, one-on-one, and introduced her to this sequence. And she said, I have chubby fingers. I have a hard time doing this. I said, yeah, me too. It's okay. And let's change direction. Then release your toes and make those circles with your leg. And while you do that, I need to address another issue. It's a day for little issues. This microphone in my ear is giving me a low battery warning. So I'm going to grab a set of headphones so you don't lose the audio. It's a little harder to follow the class if you can't hear me, particularly in some postures where you have trouble looking at your screen. When you feel you've had enough of that movement with your leg, you can let your leg down. And pardon the tech stuff here. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. Why can't I hear you? Oh yeah, because you muted it. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, let your arms hang loosely by your side. Let's try this. How's that? Better? Yes? Okay. Okay, thank you. No, I thought I could get away with resting these on the floor, but the microphone's too far. Okay, here we go. Arms loose by your sides. Take 4. Lift your left shoulder, slide it back, let it down, and right shoulder up, back, down. And let your chin come towards your chest. Roll your head in slow, easy circles. Let's just see if the big headphones stay on while I do that. These things have good sound quality, but I have a large head and want to move around a lot. They don't want to stay on. Maybe they're just not made for yoga, I think. They're made for sitting on the couch and listening to things. Maybe it's time to invest in 40 headset like Kristen has. Shop around and see how much a sporty headset costs in Mexico. I think in the US it costs about 4 classes. Change direction. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin and face forward. Reach your arms out like this and just rest your fingertips on the floor. Stay nice and long in the spine. Then inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, reach to your right. You can lean into your right hand. You can let your head go wherever your neck feels best, most comfortable. Breathing length into that left side, all the way from the hip to the fingertips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come into a twist. Right hand to your left leg, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist some more. Kind of work your way up from the waist. And maybe with each exhale, you go a little further, but only as far as it feels like a good idea. What feels beneficial, what feels doable today. Let your twist unwind. And then inhale, raise your right arm up. As you exhale, reach to the left. Inhale to come upright. And as you exhale, come into the other twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. And let your twist unwind. Rest your hands on your legs. And we'll do some seated cow and cat breath. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Your head go back. Exhale, draw your heart back and let your head come forward. Nice, slow, full movement. Let's use the whole inhale to come forward and use the whole exhale to go back. And make your way up onto your hands and knees. Maybe tip forward like this, or maybe tip to one side. Reach back with your right foot, press against the ball of your foot for a couple breaths. And then relax that pressure a bit and bring your foot out to the side, maybe in line with your hip. And it's okay if it doesn't quite go that far. forward. Exhale, sit back a little. And inhale, come forward. And just feel into how much of this movement is helpful for you. The sensation on the right inner thigh is something to be mindful of. Seems to be the most common way of judging if you're maybe about to go too far. It's okay to gently probe against resistance, easing out tension, but we don't want to push past pain. Pain's an important signal from your body to listen to. Next time you come forward with your shoulders above your wrist, stop the rocking, and then walk your hands further out and let your head come down between your arms. So it's like downward facing dog for the upper body. And then walk your hands over to the left, letting your head back so it stays between your arms. And then press your hands against the floor, sending your left hip an inch or two towards your left heel. Big stretch, but not a big movement. Kind of involves complex stretch. Relax your arms a bit. Take your time to walk your hands back to center and then back in under your shoulders. Bring the right leg back in line with the mat and bring that knee down. And take a few breaths of cow pose and cat pose here before we repeat that sequence for the other side. After your next exhale, come back through table. Reach back and press against the ball of your left foot. Ease off a bit and bring that foot out to the side, maybe as far up as your hip. And gently, starting small, rock back and forth. And maybe one side moves more easily than the other. That's the case for me today. This side's easier. And we don't need to make it be the same range of motion as the other side. That's important too. And next time you come forward, let's stop rocking. Walk your hands further out. Let your neck relax and your head come down. And then walk your hands over to the right. And press away from the floor. Send your right hip back just a bit. Let your arms relax a little. Walk your hands back to center line. And then back in. Bring your leg back to center and your knee down And take those cow and cat breaths again. And then take your time to step forward to a forward fold. So step one foot between your hands and step the other one up next to it and hang out in your fold, exploring whatever type and degree of movement you like. Just sway playfully. What feels nice? Where can you find some relief, some more length in the back of the body? Let's inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out to the side like you want to touch the wall. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades to hug yourself, or if you want, take eagle arm. And then if you take eagle, reach up and forward. Inhale, open up again. And as you exhale, cross the other way. Have another hug for your other eagle. Inhale, open up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up. Reach your palms up. Look up towards your hands. Lift up your heart. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms down. Pardon the background noise there, moving the headset around. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. You can keep the left knee raised like that. We're going to go to crescent lunge, or you can let your left knee down and untuck your toes. So whichever lunge works for you. And you can either just reach your arms forward and stand up, make it all core, or you can bring your hands to your knee, press yourself up like that, letting your arms help support you in the transition. Find steadiness here in your high lunge or low lunge. And then raise your arms. And you can always bring one hand to your knee, like your right hand to your right knee to steady yourself. Exhale, sink forward in your hips. Draw your arms down to cactus. And inhale, slide back up. Exhale. And inhale. As much movement as feels right for you in the legs and hips. And then from the top of the movement, let's twist to the left. Reach your left hand back. You can reach your right hand forward or have it on your knee. Now let's play today with reversing. If you want, inhale, tip back and reach out, left hand drop, right hand lift. can look up towards your right hand. If you reverse, bring your arms parallel to the ground again. Come through center, hands by your heart, and then twist to the right. And here, if you want, you can also reverse it back and reach up. If you reverse, level off again. Come through center, hands to your heart. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. If your left knee is down, curl those toes under and press the knee of your foot. Come back to runner's lunge. Step your right foot back to your left, downward facing dog. And pedal your feet up and down. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Step your right foot back. And if you want, you can let your right knee down and untuck your toes. When you're ready, inhale, come up to crescent lunge. Exhale, sink forward, cactus arm. Inhale, glide back, reach up. Now let's twist to the right. If you want, reverse. If you reverse, level off. Come through center. Twist to the left. If you like, reverse. If you reverse, level off. Come through center. Exhale, hands down. If your right knee's down, engage your right foot, engage right leg, and step your left foot back to your right. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to grab the water, and maybe you are too. And I'm going to grab our blocks, set them on the middle height, at shoulder width apart. And we're going to explore straddle fold sequence. And hope the headset doesn't crack to the floor. Never had such a hard time with this thing as I have today. Inhale out and up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rest your hands on those blocks. Step your left foot back. Runner's lunge. So to come to the straddle fold, we're going to walk the block 90 degrees to the left and let our feet pivot as we go. So the left heel comes down, and you're going to pivot your feet bit by bit. Your toes point out, heels point in. Keep some bend in your knee, whatever degree you want. Let your neck relax, let your head hang. And once you're into the straddle fold here, you can decide, you might just keep the blocks like this, you might shift them to the lower setting, or if it's doable, you might put your hands on the floor. And then whether you have the blocks or not, whatever height they're on, doesn't matter. You can walk your hands in. And if you want, you can turn your hands around 180 degrees and keep walking back. And you can do that with or without your block. And we just take a few breaths here, finding some more length in the back of the body wherever it's needed. And we take our time, start walking your hands forward. And if you pivoted them, you can pivot the other way again and keep coming forward. And then bring the weight into your left hand. Put your left hand right below your face and lean into it. And inhale, reach your right arm out and up and look up towards your hand. Exhale, bring that hand down, plant it below your face and lean into it. And inhale, reach your left hand out and up and look up towards your hand. Exhale, bring that hand down and then grab the blocks. Most of us anyway use the blocks to go back to the runner's lunge. And walk 90 degrees to your right, let your feet pivot, come back to runner's lunge. Step your left foot up to your right. Step your right foot back to runner's lunge. And do it all again. Walk 90 degrees to the right. Find straddle fold, facing the other way. And when you're ready, maybe you change what you're doing with the block, maybe not. Walk your hands back, take your time. If you want to turn your hands around, you can. And just walk back to wherever is right for you. And then take your time to come out, walking your hands forward. If you rotated them, rotate the other way again. And keep coming forward. Place your right hand below your face and lean into it. Inhale, reach your left arm out and up. Look up towards your hand. Exhale, bring that hand down, plant that one below your face. Lean into it. Inhale, reach your right arm out and up. Look up towards your right hand. Exhale, bring that hand down. Grab your blocks again. And take your time. Walk them 90 degrees to the left. Pivot your feet. Come back through. Runner's lunge. Step your right foot up by your left foot. Forward fold. Nod your head a bit. And shake your head. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's play with a little balancing. Play with free pose. And if you want to step over by the wall or your favorite steadying piece of furniture, you can. And bring your hands by your heart. Set your eyes on a fixed point at about eye level and shift your weight from one leg to the other. Bring your weight into your left leg. Keep that knee soft. Turn your right toes out to the side. Bring your heel in and up onto your ankle. You could stay here with the right foot remaining on the ground, or bring the arch to the left calf, or bring the sole of your foot to your thigh. And you can keep pressing your hands to your heart, or do whatever you want with your arms. Let the branches of your tree explore different shapes, explore playing with movement. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them to your heart. Pivot your knee forward and let your foot down. Shake that left leg and anything else that you want to shake. And as you're ready, hands back at your heart. Shift back and forth a few times. Bring the weight to your right leg. Turn your left toes out to the side. Bring your heel in and up to whatever placement feels right today for this time. And take whatever arm expression you like. If your hands are doing something else, bring them to your heart. Pivot your knee forward and let your foot down and shake as needed. And have a seat with your legs extended forward and your feet flexed back. Inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, fold down. If your knees want to bend, they can bend. On each inhale, think of coming forward. On each exhale, think of lowering down. Inhaling, walk your hands up your legs. Use your arms to help lift your torso. Nudge your legs apart using your arms to whatever degree is okay. Walk your hands down your legs. Or if you prefer, you can rest your hands at center and walk them forward on the floor. or place a block under your hands and sort of wiggle walk the block forward. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs, sit yourself up again. Use your arms to nudge your legs towards each other. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Leave a big space here between pelvis and your heels. And you can reach under your ankles or over your ankles and walk your hands forward along the floor. Letting your neck disengage, your head hang, and breathing into your back. Slowly walk your hands back, lift your torso. Keeping your feet together, bring them in close. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes in your hands, and wriggle with the bones in your feet closer to the ground. This opens your hips more by tilting your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips with a long spine. And when that long spine isn't lowering anymore, you can let your spine round, let your head hang, and breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to your knees. Lift your knees towards each other. Rest your feet on the floor about hip distance apart. Bring your hands behind you and make your way down onto your back. So feet planted, knees pointing up, heels close to your butt. And if you like, you can place the block between your knees on the middle position. Press into your feet and inhale to lift your hips up for bridge pose. If you want a deeper heart opener here, you can clasp your hands, reach your knuckles towards your heel, and draw your shoulder blades towards each other. If you're clasping your hands, let them go. And exhale, slowly let your hips down. Explore floating up and down at your own pace. And then let's take our favorite bridge, our supported bridge. Pause with your hips raised. Place the block at the base of your spine and settle down onto it. Press into your feet. Inhale, lift your hips. Take the block out from underneath. Exhale, lower your hips. If you had a block between your knees, move that one out of the way as well. Hug your knees to your chest. Explore rocking and rolling on your back. Plant your left foot again, heel close to your butt. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Reach your arms out to the side. Palms facing up. And letting your shoulders stay grounded. First, let your legs fall to the right. Not pushing them, just letting them hang and seeing how far they want to go. Turn your head to the left. Bring your head and your legs up to center. And let your legs go to the left. Bring your head to the left. Bring everything back up to center. And cross your legs the other way. Left ankle above right knee. Let your legs fall to the left. Turn your head to the right. Come up through center. Let your legs go to the right and turn your head to the left. And back to center. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees towards your chest. Reach your feet towards the ceiling. Reach your hands up to take hold of your legs or your feet, however you like, and play with bending and straightening your arms and up. When you have had enough time inverting, make your way to your final resting point. Maybe focus on your breath, the way we began practice, or maybe just give yourself permission not to focus. So taking some deeper breaths and moving around little by little. Working up to bigger and bigger movement. Move mindfully, be gentle. And when you're ready, sit yourself up. Bring your hands up on your heart. Thank you for sharing the practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste.